Oh, okay. I bought a new gun. Well,
Oh, did you?
yeah. I still want to say that money.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't. Well, they didn't.
Show you going. Oh, there you go.
Like a virtual gun, or is it like in real life?
Oh, no, real life.
Oh, okay. It's cool. Yeah. I just still have my old one. My
Rondo
old.
says, yo man.
Hey. Yeah, I got some music playing. Tell me if you hear it okay.
I'm also
You have to turn up. I might have to adjust volumes here. Crank that up to max. Try that. So a couple things I'm doing different.
What?
I am streaming TikTok horizontally.
Oh,
I've heard, and you should be able to push the like see full screen. If you're watching on your phone, you should be able to click
Yeah.
full screen and turn your phone.
Yeah.
Cause I just recently heard that TikTok wants to push horizontal format because they want people to watch their TikToks on their TV. It's like, oh god.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, okay.
Yesterday I went shooting all day long. I shot over 100 rounds of.
Really? What size ammo does it
Yeah.
use? Oh, is it 22 or?
Uses- No, it's a 12 gauge.
Oh. So 100 rounds would actually cost you some money.
Not really. 22. I mean, it's cheaper than most things. It's one of the cheaper ammos out there.
Oh, okay. Well, that's pretty good.
You can probably buy about 100 rounds for about. I think last time I checked at Walmart, it was about like 30 something dollars.
Oh. Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah. But again, we had all kinds of ammo, so
Yeah.
big game and.
Yeah, my
People
dad
are
has
watching this.
several things.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Hold on, all we got. There's a rock skipping place over there.
Yeah, there is. You can actually skip rocks here. Let me check.
Yeah, that's real.
So I think I've got. Okay, so Tiffiny's running. I might not have dropped. I might not have started the other text this week. Let me get that started. Those
So
people
your
behave.
friends going in?
Yeah, so let me VRChat. There it is. Gonna pop that out, and then. Okay. This should be good.
Alien Craft says at Progressive Geek, you're cute.
Oh, thank you. That volume sounds pretty good. I kind of like it. Go ahead and say something, Allman, so I can make sure I got the pitch volume. Okay, that sounds good. Yeah, I can understand you. I can hear the music. I can understand the text to speech. I think it's good. Yeah. Oh, the other thing that's different is I'm using my other VR headset.
Oh.
Which is called the Big Screen Beyond. It's a little tiny. I think it's like currently the world's smallest VR headset. It's just like a feels like just a little pair of goggles on.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean it looks good. It's not as clear as my big brick on the face Arrow headset. But
oh, yeah.
I mean it looks pretty good. I mean, because this one uses the pancake lenses, which you will see some glaring on, where my other headset you won't. But these are really comfortable because they're so small.
So did you ever play War Thunder?
No, I have not.
Oh.
The other great thing about this headset, it's really easy to pick up a drink and drink it without, bumping into the headset.
Oh, there's 3 other people watching your stream than me.
Okay, I heard somebody liked the stream. That was kind of soft, that volume.
Yeah, that was probably me.
Bring this to the front. Oh yeah, Rando's on. Yeah, hi Rando.
Oh yeah, that's the other guy watching the stream.
Yeah. It's telling me there's five viewers, I think it's saying. I don't know. I've been on
4 viewers.
Okay, tells me 5, but TikTok I don't think is accurate under viewer count. Been on for only about 10.5 minutes. Usually it picks up when I've been on at least a half hour. And then according to my agency, my live is not valid until I've been on for at least an hour, so I gotta wait for that to happen. I also want to try doing a TikTok poll. I gotta figure out how to do that. Can I do that on this?
I wrecked my car again.
Oh no.
The ball bearing fell out.
A ball bearing fell out? You mean like out of the wheel?
Yeah. So like the wheel fell apart.
Oh,
like
jeez.
off of it.
Oh, that's bad. Sorry.
Yeah.
What does this button do?
So it's getting fixed probably for like the 2nd or 3rd time now.
Oh, wow.
A 1985 Oldsmobile.
Oh my goodness, that's a classic.
Yeah, it's purple.
It's purple.
Yeah, it's purple.
It's purple. Oh no, not the echo thing again. It's purple. Oh no, not the echo thing again. Okay. I think I fixed it.
It was my grandma. It was my grandma.
Oh really? Yeah. Oh, an 85. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's probably about the time to replace the wheel bearings. Maybe check the brake lines too. Sometimes those things rust out, and that's not fun, let me tell you.
Okay. Yeah.
Maybe we should update my status, huh? Oh, what is my status? My status is green.
You know something crazy?
What's that?
When I was 16, you know?
Yeah.
You know how in the U.S. where your parents, if they sign a thing, they can it's called you can get married at 16.
I think you can. Yeah, I imagine that can happen, especially in some states.
Well, yeah, you can in my state. You know, I live in the South, so
yeah.
Dave Fam says hello.
we have a lot of
Hi, Dave.
laws that most people do.
Yeah, I think some of the southern states are a bit questionable as far as how young you can get married.
Oh yeah. Well, do you know why they were like that?
Why?
Because governors wanted to marry like 16-year-olds and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. Yeah, I figured that.
Yeah.
And some of it's like forced marriages too, which is not good.
Yeah. Arranged marriages.
Arranged, yeah.
Do you know what the Lessin in France is?
I could probably guess.
It's a river, you know.
Yeah.
But at one point, it got so high. You know, it runs like around the Eiffel Tower.
Oh.
And keeps going. It's a small river now, but at one point, it got so big that they had to drain it. It was going underneath the Eiffel Tower and invading some of the city.
Oh, no.
Going through some of the city. So they had to drain it.
Yeah, I imagine you don't want it to erode the foundation of the Eiffel Tower. That would be bad.
Yeah, like people had to make like walkways and stuff to get through France.
Wow.
Yeah, and the only way to go see the Eiffel Tower was by a boat, like, because France had to get the one boat for, I think it was like probably like 5 years that the Listen had done that, you know? They had the one boats and they'd do tours and stuff. But that was like way back in like, I think like either the 30s or something.
Yeah, I've never been there. I did, just out of curiosity, I did go to Google Maps and zoom in on it. You know, the satellite maps, aerial maps, and just kind of look around doing that.
I've had a chance to go to France before because I have family in France.
Oh. Definitely worth visiting them, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Supermax is trying to start VRChat again, it looks like.
I've been to 3 other countries. Actually, no, 4 other countries outside the U.S.
Oh, that's more than me. I've only been to 2.
I'm 19 and I've been to 4 other countries.
Cool.
I think are the Bahamas considered a different country? Yeah.
That might be a U.S. territory.
I don't know.
I would have to.
Yeah,
I would have to check on that.
I've been to the Bahamas. I've been to Canada. And I've been to Costa Rica. And I've been to Italy to visit that same family that were in France because they also, you know, they're rich. If you want to live in France, you got to be rich, you know.
I think Costa Rica is a U.S. territory too.
No, not anymore.
Oh, do they?
My grandma, she's 86 now. And I asked her that, and she started yelling at me, and so I'm pretty sure it's
really. Well, you know, usually I'm thinking of Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico's a territory.
Yeah.
And when you're in a territory, you really get the short end of the deal because you're not a state. Yeah. You don't get your voting rights, your representation, like any of us getting representation anymore. But it's a touchy subject for them. So I can imagine that it's a touchy subject for your grandma.
Yeah. I've been to Italy because of, you know, the one family. I already told you that, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been to Canada and Mexico, and that's it.
Yeah. I mean, if you're like talking about like, I don't know if it considers like plane, like, would you consider like plane stops, you know? Like, I don't consider plane stops.
Yeah, if you're in a plane stop, I mean, if you get to walk around the airport and look at stuff there, I mean, that counts.
Then there's probably, I mean, then I've been to Mexico too.
Dayfan says, I would like to travel to
France
Germany
then,
one
'cause
day.
The plane that I went to France and then Italy.
You know, Dave Fam, I would like to go to Germany too.
Oh, Germany?
Yeah, my ancestors are from Prussia, which is now part of Germany.
Oh, yeah. My family, I have Irish and French in me.
Yeah, I've got a little bit of Irish too. Whoops. Hold on. Oops,
Yeah.
I accidentally muted my mic.
Oh,
Yeah,
I have a lot. I have a.
yeah, I'm part Irish too.
Yeah, I have a lot of Irish in me, so my hair's red. I'm a ginger. I played
Okay.
War Thunder. I didn't have a soul even before War Thunder.
See, I had red hair when I was a baby, kind of like a really.
Oh,
And then as I got older, you know, my hair was blonde.
yeah.
And then when I grew in a beard, I have like, you know, blonde hairs and red hairs and dark hair. It's kind of a mixture of things.
I don't know. I'm just drawing right here.
Oh, you got a pen?
Kinda. Yeah.
There's pens up
That's
in
why I
the
ran
tree.
over there for.
Oh, okay.
What?
Oh, I've not seen the pen. Oh, interesting. I wonder why. Or are you in
Oh, you
Quest,
can't
maybe?
see the-
Are you in Quest? Maybe that's why.
Yeah, I'm on Quest.
Maybe the pens aren't synced on this world.
Oh, maybe not.
To me, it just looks like you're waving your hand in the air.
Oh,
So this music I'm
Yeah.
playing is Baldur's Gate inspired music, whatever that means.
well, I can hold up. I can turn up.
It's
I turned
fantasy.
up your stream so I could hear it real quickly.
Yeah.
With your
it's-
stream going, I don't like hearing my own voice after what I said. It annoys me.
No, yes. A lot of people say that, but you know, I don't think it sounds bad. It's just, you know, we sound bad to
Oh.
ourselves, you know, just the way things are.
Yeah. Yeah, but I bought a new gun. And then, the weird thing about the 12 gauges, right? So, a box of 100 will be $34, right? That's like, you know, buckshot though. Now, if you want to buy birdshot, it's probably like $20. But now, if we're talking about fire breath shot, you know, it's gonna be $20 for a box of 5.
Yeah.
Or slugs are $20 for a box of 5.
Yeah, the slugs are interesting because it's like
Yeah, more of a rifle.
I want, yeah, it's like I don't know, use my shotgun like it's a rifle, you know.
I mean, yeah.
It's kind of funny. It's still not as good as a rifle, but I guess it does the
Yeah.
job.
Yeah. I do a lot of bird hunting and stuff.
I used to do a lot of pheasant hunting when I was a kid with my dad. Never
Yeah.
got one, but I tried.
Yeah.
We had we had a dog that just kind of naturally kicked up birds. We'd take it in the field with us, and it would bounce around, and scare up the birds.
You know, I told you I was married at 16.
Oh, were you? Okay.
Yeah, that's why I said that, you know.
That's pretty young.
2 years later, yeah. I mean, they were the same age, though, so, you know.
Yeah.
It's fair that way.
Did it last? Did it last? Hey, still?
No.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
No.
That's too young. Yeah, I mean,
2 years.
To be honest,
2 years later,
you're just, I know, 16. You know, your total brain is not fully developed until like you're in your mid 20s, you know, like 23, 25. You know, getting. I don't think anybody should get married until they're like over 25.
The reason though was because they didn't, like, you know, we were 18, you know.
Yeah.
And so like, then they just didn't like me buying so many guns, because I don't buy as many guns now, you know.
Yeah.
I have a job at McDonald's, but I don't buy as many guns now. Not mad at me, because at the time I probably had like 10 guns. I just kept buying more and more and more.
Well, as long as you have them in a safe. I don't know if you have a safe or not.
And then they got mad at me because I was like spending all my money. You know, every time I got like probably $300, I'd like buy another gun.
Yeah, it's you know.
Yeah.
Was it her parents getting mad at you, or your significant other's parents, or was it your parents, or both?
Hers.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's kind of a weird situation, right? Because you're still a minor then.
Yeah.
And when as soon as you're 18, it's just like, you know, well, just go away, you know, because you're legally an adult, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a weird situation to be in, for sure.
Yeah. Have you ever broke your collarbone before?
I have not. I have broken other bones. I've broken ribs. I've broken my wrists. I have broken my foot. I've done other stuff.
I've broken my ribs, my collarbone, and my teeth before.
I haven't done my teeth.
I've had my face moved around a little bit too.
I haven't had that. My wrists,
ribs
did.
Are from...
I've done my ribs a couple of times. I broke some ribs curling. The curling club I was with. The dehumidifier quit working.
Oh.
So what they did to fix it was they raised the temperature of the ice a little bit, which made it very slippery, and I fell backwards onto my back and cracked some ribs. That was the last time I broke ribs. And then one of the motorcycles I had was unstable. I mean, I bought it used, and I should have realized it had problems.
That's how I broke my collarbone.
Yeah, I when I fell on the expressway, I caught myself with my hands, right?
Oh, really?
And that's how I broke the wrist.
Someone left a cable out, and my motorcycle went like that. I fell on my face. That's how
a cable?
And my teeth got messed up in my right collarbone.
Oh, that sucks.
Now I got a metal plate in there with a bunch of screws.
You know, I'll never forget, you know, because right when I got off the bike, you know, I didn't realize I used my cell phone, called into work, and said, hey, you know, I'm probably not going to make it in today. You know, I dumped my bike on Expressway. I say, oh, okay, you know. And then it was starting to set in. right? My wrist is like, okay, I messed up. I messed up my wrist. And somebody was there helping me on the expressway. I said, and that was when I had like a little like Nokia phone. I mean, this was a while back. Yeah. And I said, can you take my phone and put it in my pocket? Because I don't think I can do that anymore.
Yeah.
And then when I got into the emergency room, they took x-rays. The doctor came to the emergency room. He says, well, you know, I just have one thing to say to you as for people in this situation. I was like, well, what's that? For a while, somebody else is going to have to wipe your ass.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, but
my ribs though. I broke my ribs just from
Fox Fluffy Phantom says bird.
You know, I'm a you can tell I live in the South, and you know, I have a Dixie horn on my Oldsmobile. You know,
yeah.
My school's filled with
Fox Fluffy Phantom says Fluffy Bean,
and you know, I fight a lot, or did fight a lot, you know.
Yeah.
Whenever I was in school. I graduated when I was 17, because my birthday's in April, and graduation's in March.
Yeah, okay, makes sense, yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you graduated. That's always, you know, a good thing to do. My parents never graduated from high school.
Makes sense.
I did, and then went down to college. Back when it wasn't quite so expensive.
My parents have just been like always like keep asking when am I gonna join the military?
Oh shucks.
They expect me to join the military because every single man in my family, or like, you know, through generations, have been in the military. You know.
Listen to me. Listen to me. If you can avoid joining the military, avoid joining the military. I mean, you know, unless you're desperate for the benefits, you know, they might pay for schooling and stuff like that. I mean, if that's what you really want. But
I'm not going to college. I'm not doing that anymore.
But you know. My brother-in-law was in the military. In fact, he was in 3 different branches. And he got out of there with PTSD. And he wasn't even in any kind of combat situation. He just got PTSD just because the people he had to deal with. Right?
Said happy to see you again, my furry man.
Yeah.
Oh, hi. Oh, John Clapper. Yeah, I'm going to have to fix the volume on that. It's hard to hear you. Yeah, John Clapper's on.
Wait, what is it?
So John Clapper's my fan on YouTube.
Oh.
He might be my only fan on YouTube. It's like.
Hey, I'm your fan on YouTube and TikTok.
Are you? Oh, okay.
I just don't have Twitch.
Yeah. I don't. You know, John is kind of my dedicated fan on YouTube, and I appreciate that. John,
who's your dedicated fan on TikTok?
I have a few of them.
Oh,
I was surprised. It's like, so I had 2 accounts, right?
John Clapper said looks like a fox.
Am I one of your dedicated people?
Yeah, I've got several. Yeah, you're one of them. I've got Super Max, who I made a moderator at one point. It looked like he was trying to join, but it looked like he was having trouble because it kept saying he's starting the VR. It like came up 6 times. He was trying to start VR, so he might be having trouble with his computer. I'm not sure. But there's a. So I've had 2 accounts.
Well, my friends are inviting me to a thing.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you want to go, I mean, you can always come back later.
Yeah.
Or if they're well behaved, or if you're well behaved, you can invite them here.
Oh no, they're
John
not.
Clapper
Nah.
Yeah. Can't have any like naked looking avatars running around. You know,
oh yeah, no, that's what I meant. They have that.
Yeah.
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 And then we don't talk about what they do with those.
no, not here. Not while we're streaming.
Yeah.
John Clapper said, "Can you hear me, bro?"
I can hear you, John. It's just kind of quiet. I have to fix the volume. Let me take a look here. I got the desktop audio.
Yeah.
He's a good. Okay, so John Clapper says you're a cool furry. I think you look like a fox. He said.
Said, is he wearing a robe?
Who? Which one?
By you, John Clapper on YouTube.
Oh, I mean, like, who's he talking to?
Well, he's talking to me, but he's talking about you, saying.
Oh.
saying you look cool.
Oh. Yeah.
So, yeah, John Clapper's interesting. He makes ventriloquist dummies, and he actually does ventriloquist shows.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
But most people are like weirded out, especially like on here and stuff, whenever I tell them that I'm already like, divorced at like 19,
Yeah, but I can understand it. It's just the environment we're in, right? Now my parents were kind of an anomaly because they got married when they were 19, but then they stayed together, which is they only knew each other for
the craziest thing that happens.
I know, and they only knew each other for like a couple weeks.
I have a show to do on Tuesday morning.
Really?
70 people.
That's how it is today on VRChat. Be like.
So John Clapper says he has a show to do on Tuesday morning for 70 people. Wow, that's awesome, John.
I shot so much at this one tree yesterday, whenever I was out shooting with those 100 rounds. I like knocked down like entire like parts of the tree.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. The tree's probably dead now.
That reminds me, I was in the forest one. We were out deer hunting with rifles.
John Clapper
and
said, "Thank you, pro."
They were putting up paper plates on a tree and shooting at the paper plates. I don't know, just to have something to shoot at, I guess. And it was me, the kid, that went and got the paper plate and noticed that I had to tell my uncle and my dad, it's like, these bullets are not going into the tree. This is probably kind of dangerous because the bullets are probably ricocheting off that thing.
Yeah.
And they were like, "Oh, really? Oh, okay, we better stop." It's like, yeah.
In high school, like most rednecks, I used to get my dad to buy guns for me, in high school. Yeah. I used to be one of those people who drive around shooting stop signs and stuff.
Oh, I hated that. Because I lived out in the kind of the rural country kind of area too. And you go, and we'd walk down our little dirt road, and the sign at the end of the curb that told you that you had to go right was full of holes.
Yeah. I used to also be one of those people who used to steal signs too. So.
Oh really?
Yeah, I don't do it anymore. I probably haven't done it since I was like 17. So.
No, I didn't. John, I didn't try the cheesy crust pizza at Little Caesars. I only buy from Little Caesars when I have to. Like if I get a coupon from T-Mobile Tuesdays for a Little Caesars pizza, then I'll buy a Little Caesars pizza. But I don't go out of my way to buy a Little Caesars pizza. They're just kind of like a second-rate pizza to me.
Yeah. I mean, like, I still have, like, probably, like, 2 stop signs and a slow wash for children sign from back then,
Really?
But they're down in the woods, and I shoot at them, those are my shooting targets.
Yeah. Have you done skeet shooting? That's interesting.
No, actually, we don't really do that where I live. We just shoot at random things.
Well, skeet shooting is a little bit more challenging. I remember when I was a kid, we had this thing with a spring on it and this clamp thing. You put the
I've seen those,
and we called them clay pigeons. And you
My kind of clay shooting was someone throwing a brick in the air. So,
Yeah, but those don't fly very far, and they don't spin. Those clay pigeons would come on that thing, and it would spin in. It would be like a flying saucer or a frisbee, right?
Yeah,
a clay
someone would throw these bricks
very
with their
cold week in
hands.
snowy till Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Clapper says it's going to be very cold and snowy. It's going to be cold here, too, John. It's like, it's been breaking records of how warm it's been in the Seattle area, but I guess in the coming days it's supposed to get down to the 20s. So yeah, it'll be kind of nippy.
Where I live, I'm in the south, so like 30s cold to us.
Yeah, I bet.
I've been trying to become a lawyer online though. It's pretty cool.
No, I don't. I don't believe I know Luna Hellhound.
Oh.
Do you know Luna Hellhound?
Huluva Boss. Yeah.
Do you know Hula? Okay, you do.
Yeah,
okay.
There's. Yeah.
All right.
From Huluva Boss.
What I was about to say is when I had my first account.
My friend keeps inviting me over and over and over.
That must be annoying. I mean, you can do the respond I am busy thing if you want, or the
but I'm probably going to join them in a little bit, so.
Okay. Well, that's fine. I mean, you can always join them and come back,
Yeah.
A lot of people have done that.
You know what Tannerite is?
Tannerite? I can't say I do.
You shoot it and you blow it up. You shoot it and it blows up.
Oh, okay.
The more you have, the bigger the explosion.
Okay, so it's like something that's flammable.
It started the biggest Californian fire, though.
I bet. Anything can start a fire in California, let me tell you.
No, it was because some people decided to go out into the forest with a bag full of it for a gender reveal.
Oh, yeah.
It was a boy.
Those gender reveal parties are so freaking stupid.
I would tell you a joke, but your stream won't allow it.
Yeah, some jokes that don't fly very well. And it seems like Twitch and YouTube don't give a shit, but TikTok does.
Yeah.
Because TikTok relies heavily on an AI, and the AI always gets things wrong. That's the problem.
Oh yeah.
So you have to be careful using certain words.
Yeah.
There's no Disney store in the Salem Mall. Probably not, John. There's a lot of stuff that closed around here. In fact, the other thing that disappeared in Seattle was Hard Rock Cafe. Man, I was so freaking sad that went away. I went
there this year. actually like 2 weeks ago because I went to Fort Lauderdale.
Oh, nice.
2 weeks ago, and they had a Hard Rock casino there.
The Hard Rock, yeah. And I bought like stuff. I bought the little novelty guitar thing. I've got the pins.
I bought a telescope there, or like in Fort Lauderdale.
A telescope at Hard Rock? Oh wow.
They're not at Hard Rock, but in a store in Fort Lauderdale.
Okay. It's like they have telescopes at Hard Rock.
Yeah.
Oh, I might have to turn the volume up on something. Somebody is following me. Cool. Welcome.
I'm gonna keep watching your stream, but I'm probably gonna join my friend.
Okay, that's fine. Perfectly fine. Yeah. Yep. He's gone. Okay.
John Clapper said, I know about the bowling alley furries like going to Chicani Lion. John Clapper.
Her.KOLIBRI says I'm gonna keep watching though.
Okay. Okay, so you missed a Colibri. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm not familiar with that, John. Yeah, there's this... Okay, so what I was trying to say earlier is on my first account, when I was just getting into TikTok, and I was just getting into VRChat, and I was just starting to follow the furry fandom, there was this one creator that I followed that was one of my inspirations, and that was Kazi Lab. She has like over 200,000 followers right now. It's kind of, crazy. And I follow her. I follow Grim Queen. There was a number that I saw as popular creators at the time when I had my first account. And then of course when I decided to completely dump my first account because of things. Okay. I created the second account. I'm not up to the following that I had on my first account. My first account had 17,000 followers. I'm up to 13,000 right now. I was pretty close. But anyway, while I was doing one of my streams,
Can I see your avatar?
Kazalab just dropped into one of my streams and said hello. It's like, oh, and I haven't even been following Kazalab with my second account, so I thought that was interesting. And so it's like,
John
oh
Clapper.
wow, I haven't seen their videos in a long time because I haven't been following
I
them.
can see feathers.
So I went. It's like, oh, okay. Wow, I'm surprised they even noticed my stream and said hello. I mean, they didn't follow me, so but I went ahead and followed them. It's been a while, But I just thought it was interesting that she noticed my stream. And nowhere near close to 200-some thousand followers, whatever she has. But she's been doing it for a long time. Yeah, I'm the bird, John. Yeah, I can put the stream camera on. Maybe you can show everyone around this world a bit. Might be something to do. I thought Supermass is gonna join me, but I don't know. I don't think they got stuff working. Let's see. Let's take the stream camera, flip it. Do the flying thing. Kind of dark in this world. Not that great for streaming, unfortunately.
John Clapper said, I like your other avatar.
Yeah, I know you do. But people really like this avatar. or the cuteness and the dancing. I do a lot of dancing with this avatar. You don't get to see it much, John, because
JFan says your avatar looks cute.
Thank you. I do a lot of my dancing videos on TikTok, and yeah, I don't post a lot of that on YouTube because, you know, they just don't go anywhere. They don't never get any likes. They don't get a lot of views.
John Clapper said my favorite one's the Green Wolf one.
Yeah, I know it is, John.
Vegas Buddy says hey Floofy.
Hey. I can try to remember how to get up this castle thing, or treehouse. It's a treehouse. Where is the treehouse? It's
Vegas Buddy says, how's your evening going?
it's going pretty good. I'll get on here and stream a bit. I was gonna try to do a poll if I could set that up. Of course, YouTube people. Well, I don't know. I posted this on YouTube. So I've been doing.
Vegas Buddy says I'm not good.
You're not good. Oh, I'm sorry. What's happened? Hopefully, I'm making you feel better.
Wolf says Grandpa.
It's part of why I'm here, is to kind of, you know, help cheer people up a little bit, you know.
Wolf says hi.
Hello.
Demon King says hello.
Oh, hi, Demon King. Yeah, I'm just, you know, roaming around. You can join me if you like. I'm just, you know.
Vegas Buddy says I'm having very bad thoughts.
Oh, that's not good. Just don't act on the bad thoughts. Just, you know, some of us more than others, we go through a kind of a depressed time, and just know that sometimes it comes in a wave, and you just have to get through it. You know, watch your favorite streamers.
Vegas Buddy says, I'm sorry for bringing this to your stream.
No, I mean, if you're feeling bad and you need something to cheer you up, I mean, you're more than welcome here.
Vegas Buddy says okay.
Yeah.
Thanks for liking the stream, LHT Night.
Hey, LHT. Yeah, if you're feeling down and depressed, you know, I'd rather have you here watching my stream and just concentrate on what I'm doing. Hello. Just, you know,
John Clapper.
try to take your mind, you know, if you're feeling depressed, you know, it's a dangerous place. I know. It's just you know, I'm glad you're here, because
John Clapper.
if you're watching my stream,
Snowman's favorite beverage.
it gives you something to focus on. Like, I'm trying to focus on this pencil and I just can't do it. I'm getting the buttons.
John Clapper.
There we go.
Said
I got a pen.
slushies.
Yeah, I've heard that joke. There was another world I was in that actually had a whiteboard. If you went up to the whiteboard, it would actually write on the whiteboard surface instead of just in midair, which I thought was nice. There, this world needs a little bit of green, I thought. You know, I can't really draw anything.
Vegas Buddy says, I can't stop thinking of knives.
There's some green mountains. I did my best.
Vegas Buddy says your avatar is so freaking cute.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I textured this one myself. So my goal, and this is the nice thing about this world is, oops, still falling hole. I guess there's a number of worlds that have this, but there's a body pillow here, right? And it's just white and plain right now. So what you do is you stand on these footsteps down here. I guess the stream's not showing much because I'm against a wall. But you stand on the footsteps.
Said Pro last night I had a song in my head.
Vegas Buddy says I have a knife sitting on my nightstand.
Oh, better put that knife away. Need to put it in a drawer somewhere away from you.
Vegas Booty says I'm sorry.
Said from Willy Wonka Oompa Loompa.
See that? It's a body pillow with my volley on it. And if you look at the back of the pillow, it's the back of the volley. What more could you ask for? Let me tell you. It's so great. Let's go back up here. So up here, there's this big screen. You can watch this video. But I have the world's volume turned off. Because a lot of these worlds, the music is not safe for streaming. But I'm using Streamlabs
Vegas
music.
Buddy says I'm not going to do anything because I don't want to upset anyone.
Well, that's good. That's good.
John Clapper said I saw some furries have pillows like that.
Yeah. I saw this ad on TikTok as this kind of a thing, the contraption you can sleep on. It's not quite a pillow. It had like some kind of round thing, and you're all supposed to lay on it somehow.
Vegas Buddy says I don't like seeing people upset.
Yeah, I know. And supposedly you sleep on your side without your arm falling asleep. You know, I can't. If I sleep on my side, my arm falls asleep. You know.
John Clapper said I have to go now.
All right, John. You have a good night and
John
good luck
Clapper
on your Tuesday show.
said good night, Pro.
Yeah.
Demonking says at Vegas Booty 2000 for been there done that almost.
Okay.
Vegas Buddy says a woo.
A woo. Been there, done that. Yeah, I know. You know, there's there's a lot of things that can be said for the people in the furry community. They usually have a lot of heart, and they usually have a lot of demons. And the demons could be neurodivergent, like I am. I am neurodivergent. A lot of furries
Vegas Buddy says true.
A lot of furries have depression and other
Demonking
problems.
says I'm my own demon.
Yeah, And a lot of people who are furries are, either have different sexual preferences. Let me just say that. Okay. It's just comes
Vegas
to the
Biddy
territory.
says I'm just with the loss of my dad who died last April.
Yeah, I'm with you. I lost my mom. Shit. It's hard to keep track of how long it was ago. It was
Vegas
like.
Buddy says it hurts so much.
It was like a year and a half ago. I mean, it was. And it's really tough when you lose your mom and there's always the issue of how women are treated in medical professions, medical situations. They don't get the same treatment as men. I'm telling you.
Vegas says I never got to say goodbye.
Yeah. I barely got to say goodbye. I was on a plane and they were about to pull the plug on her, and I said, "No, is she in pain?" And they said, "No." And I said, "Okay, wait till I get there." I didn't want her in pain, but if she wasn't in pain, I wanted me and my kids to be there to say goodbye. And a lot of my family left, even my dad couldn't be there, but I was the one that was by her bed when she took her last breath. And I'll always remember that. She was a great lady.
Vegas Biddy says, I wish I texted him.
Sorry. I miss my mom.
Demonking says, okay, I'll say this for you, give me a minute.
Vegas Biddy says, I'm sorry for making you cry.
It's alright.
Vegas Booty says, I don't like doing that to people.
Yeah, it just brought back memories. It was a rough time. She had a lot of medical conditions. She had both kinds of arthritis. She had, she was overweight. She had knees that were going bad. She was, thinking about getting the knee replacement thing. But she didn't because the doctor said she couldn't. And she had heart murmur from rheumatic fever that she had when she was a kid. Did something to her heart. I'm not sure exactly what, but... So when she got COVID, it was just like, it was a really bad thing. But yeah.
Vegas Biddy says, I'm sorry.
And unfortunately, and the COVID and the other stuff was attacking her brain. She was having trouble with her memory. She wouldn't even recognize me sometimes. And I know it's rude to have people, to try to tell people they're not remembering things right. remember because I live in Washington State, right? And she was in Michigan, so I was flying. I must have made 3 or 4 trips that year, flights to Michigan.
Demonking says think of it as he leaves his moment to you to hold on to everything he taught to you.
And I was there, and she was telling me stories about me, but she didn't know it was me. She was talking about her son and how she was proud of him. And I just listened. And after minutes of this conversation, or me listening to her, she turned to my dad. She says,
Vegaspity says you're gonna make me cry.
She says, you know, I'm talking to my son. I'm talking about my son. And I think this is my son.
Vegaspity says please.
So yeah, I understand what you're going through.
Demonking says okay.
Vegaspity says I'm sorry for hurting you.
No, that's alright.
Vegaspity says, I'm sorry for bringing down your stream.
No, you didn't bring it down.
The monkey says walk it off.
Chronic K says thoughts on Therians.
I'm not going to talk about Therians right now.
Vegaspity says that Kieran's so cute.
Vegaspity says I'm sorry for apologizing so much.
Yep.
Vegaspooty says I do it way too much.
So, I have a lot of Therian friends on TikTok.
Vegaspity says, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. I have a lot of Therian friends on TikTok. You know, I don't have any ill thoughts about them. If that's what you're asking. I mean, if you look at the history of Native America, I mean, the Native Americans, they've always had names like, you know, Little Bear or Wolf, or, you know, they were connected to nature, and they had, you know, they had names that reflected nature, and they talked about the you know, spirits of you know, I mean,
Vegaspity says my mom is thinking of taking me and my sister to see where my dad is resting at in February.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I mean, I don't think Therians are anything that's new.
Vegaspity says, I don't think I can handle it though.
Yeah, well, if it's like a gravesite or something, I mean, it's usually, at least for me, it's not as bad. I mean, you can bring flowers or whatnot.
Vegaspity says I don't want to cry in front of them.
Yeah. Well, sometimes you just do, you know.
Demonking says I'm doing GED this month.
Oh, are ya? Okay, cool. My parents both did the GED.
Demonking says yes.
They never finished high school, and much later in life, I think they were in their 30s. They got their GEDs. I think that's what their age was, but yeah.
Vegaspity says, I get so embarrassed when I cry in front of people.
Yeah. Yeah, I know people get embarrassed, but I mean, it's not. It's not a bad thing, right? But, you know, a GED is like, well, it's just like your diploma,
Vegaspity
right?
says, and then I get bad thoughts and can't stop apologizing.
Well, that's alright. It's funny, because when my dad
Demonking says all we see is a picture.
When my dad got his GED, you know, he did some kind of classes or something to prepare for the GED, and which included some math. And I just remember, gosh, how old was I? Well, I must have been fairly young, maybe. Yeah, I must have been a teenager living in, or no, I might have been in college. And he came home and from one of these classes he took for preparing for the GED, and he just learned about pi, you know, the 3.141527. That's as far as I can go with digits. And of course, you know, I've done things with pi for a long time since then. You know, I was taking college math, you know, calculus and stuff. And I mentioned something about, oh yeah, that's pi's approximate value. He says, no, that's exactly that. It's like, oh, okay, Dad. Yeah, pi is one of those interesting repeating decimals, and it's irrational, so you can't represent it in a fraction either, but you approximate it, right? And my dad, funny, he learned that pi existed, but he didn't understand that, you know, how pi was an irrational number and that you can't exactly represent it. It was fun. You know, I just say, oh, okay, Dad. When I went to college, mathematics was my minor.
Vegaspity says, I'm horrible with math.
Yeah, got a minor in math in college. My wife got majored in math. Wow, this song is pretty
Dayfam says I just passed math, don't have to take it anymore.
Oh, okay, nice. Yeah, some people find math difficult.
Vegaspity says I'm not good with numbers altogether.
Yeah, that was something I found easy, was math. The thing that I found was hard for me was memorizing stuff for history tests. You know, a type of history test where you have to remember dates and that. I had trouble with that. And I had trouble with literature or English classes that required reading because I was a really slow reader. And it's probably because I had dyslexia. So one thing about this world, I mean, there are some things that are pretty cool about it. Like the fire here is pretty good. I like this simulated fire. It looks fairly realistic. I'm just gonna check the socials real quick. Oops, the wrong button. Let's see.
Debunking says I'm bad at history.
Yeah, I was never. The interesting thing is, I was always loved history. I like learning about history. But I like learning history at more high level view. And I understand that kind of like the dates and stuff is kind of important because you can use dates to kind of piece history together to kind of see what influences what. That stuff fascinated me. But as far as taking a test to answer specific numbers and stuff about history, that is what I had a lot of trouble with.
Kingo Fall Cosmos says like the borders of a puzzle.
Yeah.
Kingo Fall Cosmos says dates help you frame history.
Yes. Just like so just like when I looked at my ancestry, my great, I don't know how many greats, grandfather came from Prussia. And so I looked into it a little bit. I kind of figured out that they came over in like 1860s somewhere, and then I looked at that. It's like, wow, that's kind of like where when the Civil War was happening, right? And I looked into it, and in the Civil War in 1860s, a lot of Germans fought in it. There was Germans who came over and actually joined up in the Civil War. Now, it turns out that my ancestor, I don't think, participated in that. They came in through Ellis Island, and they went to Ohio, and he was a farmer, because that's what he did over there in Europe. He did the farmer thing. And yeah, that's where my ancestry came from. And I found out later, I lived in Cleveland for a while, but I didn't know when I was there. He actually has a tombstone up. My ancestor that immigrated, he has a tombstone up near Cleveland. And next time I'm there, I'm going to have to visit it. I saw a picture of it online. So I'm definitely going to have to check that out. But yeah, I mean, he came in. So there's a lot of Ohio, Midwest. So on my dad's side, the relatives kind of moved up into Michigan. Now on my mom's side, it's interesting because her ancestors immigrated, but they came into like Kentucky area. And it was actually I don't know why. I haven't figured this out yet. But my grandfather on my mom's side moved up from Kentucky or one of those, went up to the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. I'm not sure why you would do that. Why would you? So I think there's mines and stuff up there. Maybe he worked in the mines up there, but they were poor. They were extremely poor. My mom really grew up in a really poor household, really poor conditions in the Upper Peninsula. I mean, a lot of people are poor in the Upper Peninsula. And my dad grew up, his mom, and maybe this has to do with the World War II thing where a lot of women were working at factories and stuff. My grandma on my dad's side, she had worked at Fisher Body. There in Flint. So on my dad's side, I have a lot of automaker roots, right? UAW, that stuff. That's kind of my background, and I was kind of like the one who kind of broke out of that, got into technology, and got the degree in computers in college. My dad always remembers because computers were just coming out at that time, and he didn't really know anything about them. And the General Motors, they were trying to get employees to use computers, and so they put an IBM PC on his desk, and he was asked to start using it. This is back in the days of 5 1/4 inch floppies, and he wasn't a supervisor, but he would schedule the overtime. He would keep track of all the people who he worked with, and everybody would get overtime in those days. They get paid pretty nice for overtime, and he had this list and scheduled people for overtime, so it was kind of distributed fairly, kind of thing. And when I was at the high school or college, I just started learning about computers. I wrote him a program to help him do that. And I wrote a program for him to manage this list, and I also put instructions in it. So he would put the disk in. I said, I just have to put the disk in and type run or whatever it was. And I had the program set up so I'd walk him through it. I said, it would say, okay, Dad, do this next. And okay, Dad, do this next. He just loved that. And he still remembers it to this day and talks about it. And that's when he started becoming comfortable with computers, because I started writing little things for him they would run on the computer at his work. And he really enjoyed that, which was good for me because he was less resistant to me getting a computer when I was a kid. he was, because at first he didn't think they were useful and wasting money, and then he started seeing that, and I was like, then I got my Commodore 64 and I started writing stuff on that. He didn't want me buying games for it, so I wrote my own games. He seemed to be okay with that if I programmed my own games and played them. I don't know. It was fun. So how we doing? Everything's still going?
Kingofo Cosmos says that's a great story. I love hearing about generations teaching and learning from each other.
Yes. Yes, it is. And my dad was pretty close-minded about stuff, but, you know, I just kept, you know, working on it, because I didn't know it. You know, before I started dealing with computers, I thought computers were like the thing on Star Trek that seemed to be this omniscient thing that would talk to you. You know, that's the only thing I knew about computers, was what I learned from Star Trek, right? And so if you look at story time number 5, I think it is, I talk about the Radio Shack TRS-80 my high school teacher brought in, and that was my first contact with the computer, and I learned the basic language and started running programs for it. That's when it started to click for me what a computer actually was. And that's when I decided, going to college, that I was going to major in computer science. When I saw the University of Michigan there offered a computer science program, it's like, sign me up. And that's what got me into it. I was hooked. And then I got my computer friends at work. I had engineering friends too. People who weren't into the computer kind of things. I had like mechanical engineering friends. I had some electrical engineering friends, you know. And we did, you know, in between classes, we would do what any Michigander would do. We would meet at the cafeteria and play euchre. Euchre was the card game, but once you step out of Michigan, Ohio, you know, nobody knows what euchre is.
King of Cosmos says I got introduced to computers in the early 80s. I realized they could pretty much do everything.
Yep. Oh, it was nice. And I participated in the ACM, which is Association of Computing Machinery. I joined that when I was in college, and they had programming competitions, and I won some of the. They were team-based, but I was good at the programming competitions. There was one program I did for the local competition. It was something to do with an ant. Something to do with an ant crossing a picnic cloth that was thrown over the ground that had checkers on it. And there was a program, something to do with about how the ant walked across the tablecloth and visited all the squares. And that program, I don't remember exactly what the problem was, but I solved it in a half hour at the first competition, and that's what got us to the district competition, because I did that program so fast and got it right. We didn't do so well at the district competition because it was just kind of like a totally different format we weren't prepared for. But yeah, our team was it was a lot of fun, and we got written up in the paper, the Flint Journal. There was a big article about us, and I had a lot of quotes in the article. My friends were giving me heck because I was the one.
Cosmos says you were much more successful in the competitive space than we were.
Oh, it was fun. You know, the funny thing is that I'm not really into the competition thing. I just love the programming part of it, right? I just loved the challenge. you know. There was one of my classmates in college, you know, we got like this problem in one of our classes, and it had to do with a chessboard and the path that a knight would take through the chessboard, how to get the knight through the chessboard and touch every square, right? That was the problem, if I'm remembering correctly. My friend, we went straight to the computer lab, and then we were programming the Amdahl 5860. We didn't have microcomputers at the college yet. It was a big supercomputer in Ann Arbor that we remote into with these funky terminals and modems with, you know, the old dial-up telephone headsets you would stick in the modem, analog modems, and we both wrote the program in less than an hour right after class. It's like, well, we're done. It was just, you know, the chessboard thing, and it's just like, oh god, this is a cool problem. Let's just go do it. You know, got it done right after class after we got that assignment. Yeah, those are fun times. And University of Michigan had a great computer science program too, because I remember closer to my senior year in college, I took computer architecture, which was really cool. We actually designed computers, and I had the assignment to kind of design. There was this processor called a PDP-J8, I think it was. I mean, it was like a RISC reduced instruction set processor, and you know, this was back in the 80s. It was an older processor then, and it was to draw a schematic, you know, computer design schematic of the processor, you know, arithmetic logic units, I mean the whole thing. And you know, I thought it would be cool to do it with colored pencils. You know, we didn't have like fancy graphics drawing software at that time, right? I mean, we didn't have that shit, right? So I used colored pencils to draw like the connections between the units of the processor and stuff. And oh, my instructor, my teammates gave me crap for, oh, it's like your Crayola design. It's like I was being creative, man. It was nice having the colors because you could see. To me, you could see it better, see the design better, right? But yeah, I got crap from the instructor from. I mean, I got an A on it, but you know, they had to give me crap with Crayola or something. You know. Yeah. I'm giving away all my stories and not making them official story times. I got tons of stories though. So let's see, are people still on? So I've been posting some videos, like story videos of the saga of this ship, where this Avali is the first officer, and my main
Kingo
avatar.
Cosmos says I'm here on the Tickety Talks.
Yeah, and my official, or what do you want to call it, avatar, the Rex. It's really a Fox. I call it Space Ace Fox is the model, or my texturing of it. Do you guys like those stories? I did 2 of them so far, and I have lots of ideas for how as the ship gets closer to Avalon, and when the ship reaches Avalon, what happens with with the two protagonists, if you will. Let me know. I was trying to create a poll on TikTok, but I still have to figure that out. Let me know if you want to see more. If you want me to keep it coming, because I can create more of those. People seem to like it. Got an idea for episode 3, and I've got ideas for future episodes of that. With the two that are the main people running this big, massive ship that's a lot of automated parts on it, drones and whatnot. It's really kind of a battle drone carrier. But the captain goes around trying to negotiate peace treaties between races. And I got so many ideas with that. But just, it'd help keep me motivated if you tell me if you want more of that, because I can certainly create more stories with that. And they're kind of fun to make. I can also take you to different worlds here. You don't have to keep looking at this one. What do we got? I don't have anyone with me, so I don't have to worry about quest compatibility right now. Let's see. There's I like that Icelandic castle. This is a really massive world. It's not quest compatible. Make it a group instance. Yeah, King of all Cosmos. I'm using a new, so I actually have two quote-unquote new VR headsets. This one I'm using right now, I think, is still the world's smallest VR headset. It's made by Big Screen in California, and it's just like wearing a pair of goggles. It's really nice, very light. You're not wearing this big brick on your face. It's kind of nice.
Kingo Fall Cosmos says, I'm super excited to hear your thoughts on that after a few weeks.
Yeah. So, my initial thoughts on it is that it's a trade-off, right? We head towards the dragon. I love these dragons in this world. So the Yarrow Arrow, I really love. It's super nice. It's got the glass spheroid. I forget what they call them. It's got the lenses, the real deals in them. Very clear, very sharp. Eye tracking built in. Now you can get eye tracking for these now. It's a new thing they came up with. Big Screen. I haven't checked it out totally yet. Where'd that dragon go? Where's the dragon? Oh, there he is. So the Big Screen, that's very compact, has a different lens technology. It uses what they call the pancake lenses, and I think they're called pancake because there's layers. It's like, Shrek the ogre, comes in layers. And I don't know, something about the interaction, because when you got something in your face, you have to have your eyes fooled because your eyes can't focus that close. So they have to be fooled that you're looking at a distance, right? And I think the pancake lenses I don't know. I think how it works is there's a lot of bouncing back and forth between them to give you that distance. So, yeah, which is different than how the lenses in the Arrow works. So the pancake lenses, there's a little bit of haze or glare, or I don't know what you want to call it, when you look more towards the edges of the lens. But it's now that I've been streaming for a while, it's becoming less and less noticeable. I mean, the image is still pretty sharp, but you do have that glare kind of haziness, especially towards the edge of the lenses.
Said hi, cool bird, bye.
And yeah, I like these dragons. There's just one problem. These dragons are animated in a loop within the world, and with each iteration through the loop, they move a little bit. So eventually, the dragon will end up inside that mountain behind me. So that part kind of sucks. You know, I wish they would fix that so the dragons didn't continually creep off the world, you know, the longer you're here. But I'm telling you, the big, so that's the compromise. The big benefit is the thing is so light. It's just like wearing a pair of like swimming goggles, you know. It's very light. And you can have a drink in front of you and drink it and not have to worry about, bumping it into the headset, right? Because it's a brick on your face. That part's nice. You can stay hydrated really easily with this headset because it's so small and light. And you can get prescription lenses for them. They pop in, they're magnetized, they would pop in. And, you know, I had LASIK done several years ago, and so my eyesight's not that bad, but I got lenses on order, and you just pop them right in these things, so you don't, like with the big headset, you know, I try to wear my glasses in them, and I got the special cushion that allows for the, you know, the glass frame. But this, you can just get these little magnetic lenses that pop right in, and so you get corrected vision right in the headset without having to screw with glasses, which is really, really nice. And the other thing is the software is lightweight. So with a Varo headset, you have to, just like the Quest, when you're doing the Quest to a PC thing, I mean, there's this big many gigabyte software you have to install that has a bunch of bloat, and it interfaces between the headset and the Steam VR. But this it's about as good as the Vive, the way because all it installs is a little driver. There's just a driver you install, and you install the driver through Steam, and Steam VR then communicates directly with the headset. There's no bloatware in the middle, which is very nice. So there's a ton of pluses for this headset in that respect. See, look at the dragon's already starting to get into the mountain. Gosh. You know, I tried looking for this world to see if it was available on Gumroad or something, but I haven't been able to find it. You know, because I wish I could get this world and fix it. If I could fix this world, it would be freaking perfect. And if I look, and this world's been around for a while. It says it was created by the author goes by the name Display. You know, I don't know. I click on map creator editor. I'll make something small if you want for free. Don't be shy, add me. Need to find new friends. I can... Alright, well, I mean, I can send a friend request. I don't... You know, but this is... Okay, they're in Europe. It says they're... Time zone CET... Valve in dash full body tracking. Oh. We've got their in real life picture on their profile. Okay. You know, I'm gonna go ahead and add them, because what the hell? So I'll send a friend request. I mean, they might accept, and then I could say, "Hey, I want to fix this shit. Is this? Can I get your world from somewhere and fix it?" Yeah, why not? Look at the dragon. He just has wings sticking out now. You know, it's so sad. So sad. Like the dragon doesn't need to disappear into the mountain, you know. And I'm sure if I could get a hold of the world, I could fix that. Yeah, because this person hasn't done updates to this world in a very long time. But it's really cool. It's called Icelandic Castle. And there's so much to it. So that you can see part of the castle behind me. Let me go get rid of the stream camera so you can see what I'm looking at. Very tall. But you can climb all the way up this thing to the top. Well, it looks like Supermax gave up trying to get into VRChat. That's what it looks like, and he's playing a different game. I was hoping Supermax would join me. Maybe King of All Cosmos will get set up and get in VR, and he can join me on these worlds. Are you gonna do that, King of All Cosmos?
King of All Cosmos says I wish.
You can do it! You can do it! I'll help you. I mean, there's just so much cool stuff here.
King of All Cosmos says that's a month-long setup process for you.
I mean, this world is kind of amazing. And oh, it's really cool. Once I get up there, it'll take a couple minutes here. Just gotta find the right path. Okay. I don't want to go in the water. I can't swim in it. And it's really cool because you get up to the top. There's little gliders you can get to kind of sail around and float down. It's really nice. So my boss at work is actually from Iceland. I'll have to say, well, I wonder if I should make a video and show it to her. It's like, do they really have this stuff in Iceland? You know? I wonder. It almost sort of looks like a Viking motif.
Fox Fluffy Phantom says it's Skyrim in VRChat.
Oh, is it? Okay. Might be. Maybe it's from a game. I'm not really sure. You know, they call it Icelandic Castle, and I just kind of like it. It's really. Yeah, King of All Cosmos, I'm doing something different. I saw...
Fox Fluffy Phantom says I download Xbox on my Quest 2.
Download Xbox on your Quest 2? That sounds interesting. I'm not sure exactly what that means, but it sounds interesting. So here's another dragon. it started over here, but it'll work its way through the wall. You can always see it's like, oh yeah. So in here is the throne room, and it's got the sit mechanics, so you can actually sit on the throne. Look at these nice models, the wooden tables and chairs and stuff. It's really nice world, and there's a mirror you can turn on, so you can, like, you can sit here, turn on the mirror, and well, it's only reflecting the avatar. It'd be cool if it reflected the. Okay, you can make yourself vanish, I guess. I don't know. It'd be nice if it actually showed the chair, so you could. I mean, I could do it with stream camera, but it's cool that you can sit on that.
Fox Fluffy Phantom says dragon from Skyrim.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay. Oh, that's interesting to know. I maybe if I wonder where they got it from. If the asset is if I search for Skyrim on Gumroad.
Fox Fluffy Phantom says you didn't dragon have Skyrim.
Okay, I'll have to check that. I mean, I played the game Blades on mobile, which has some of the Skyrim stuff in it. I mean, it's kind of like, Bethesda kind of really pushed this game, and I played it. It has some redeeming features, and it does have a dragon in it. But you're playing on your phone.
Fox Fluffy Phantom says they're different of dragon.
Okay, yeah, I'm sure it is. And there's mirrors all over the place on this world you can turn on. And this world has its own music, but I have that turned off because it's not stream safe. But I'm playing Streamlabs.
Phantom says my favorite one, it's the Eater of World.
Oh. Whoops, too high. So the music you're hearing is actually from Streamlabs. Streamlabs has this music plugin that's stream safe. So I thought, let's listen to some music, So this is like kind of some upper. It's kind of weird. I mean, there's a table here. And then there's like some storage things. I'm not sure if it was well planned what the function of this room is supposed to be, but and there's some shelves here.
Fox Fluffy Phantom says Skyrim also have that it's a boss music.
Oh, yeah. So the music I'm playing is supposedly Baldur's Gate inspired. I mean, it's fantasy music, but yeah, I mean it's probably not going to be exactly Baldur's Gate music, but it's going to be music that's similar that you'll find in games such as Baldur's Gate or Skyrim, right? It's a similar kind of thing, really. Here's your Icelandic bed. But you can keep going up. So many stairs. So many stairs. So many stairs. And there's lots of little rooms as you go up. And windows you can look out of, but you keep going up, there's a balcony. Now, some worlds, when you have the Avali on, like I do, you can fly. I didn't test that here. Probably doesn't. Let me see. No, there's no fly mechanics here, but they have these things, which are kind of like umbrellas, right? So you can pick those up and float down, and then they have these things which are gliders. So if you pick one of these up, point at it. Get it. Almost had it. Whoops. Oh, really touchy. Come on, get it. Alright. I just need to give me a glider. Teasing me because I like almost get it. Sometimes if I get lower, it'll help. Got it. Let me go ahead and... Alright. So I have a glider, right? Trigger is the brake. So what you do is you hold onto this glider, right? And you jump off. So here we go. And you can fly around. This is how it works. And you can dip down and you go down and fast. You can also climb back up with your speed. You know, just like if you were flying a glider. Pretty cool. And you kind of see the edge of the world there they created. You can go fast. And then you can kind of stall a little bit when you're going up. But yeah, it's fun, yeah. Whee! I think you come in for landing. And, yeah. Cool world, yeah. And the snow and everything. It's kind of nice.
Unicorn Cassie says hi.
Hello.
Unicorn Cassie says I have something crazy that just happened.
You did? Oh, is that too crazy? There's some flags up there. There's a dragon on here somewhere that goes into the mountain too. Probably already gone. Or is that the dragon? That might be the dragon stuck in the tower there. Yeah. See, I think this dragon was out here and it's working its way. It's like, you know, because they drift. Dragons drift here. And I wish I could get this world and fix that. That's what I want to do.
Unicorn Cassie says I was not paying attention to where I was walking and walked right into my tall dresser.
Oh, don't you hate that when it happens? Or you're bent over somewhere and get up and you hit the sharp corner of
Unicorn
some cabinet.
Cassie says I'm okay, I think.
Okay, well that's good. As long as you're not bleeding or have a concussion. So Supermax is playing Valheim.
Unicorn Cassie says nope, not bleeding.
Good. I'm not sure what Valheim is. I don't know. I've never heard of that game. Must be a game on Steam. There's our pink thing up here. I don't remember seeing that before.
Unicorn Cassie says, I just will have a bros.
Oh. Yeah, it happens. What is this thing? What is it? What is it? I don't know what this is. It's weird. Doesn't look like they can interact with it. Yeah, I don't know what it is.
Unicorn Cassie says, sorry, I can't spell that good.
Oh, don't worry about it. My kids have had like dysgraphia and stuff, you know, like I'm used to it.
Unicorn Cassie says, at least you can understand it.
Yeah, yeah. And it's really a tough thing because it can be frustrating because my kids, especially my older one, had really tough time spelling and they're really sensitive about it. So, I mean, they don't like, you know, I won't say being made fun of, but not the issue being pointed out to them, right? You know, I've learned because I've learned about it, and I've learned to, you know, just help them with the spelling when it comes up, you know. And he has gotten a little better, but it's just a tough thing because it's part of kind of being on the spectrum, you know. Sometimes you're learning spelling is just something you just can't do, right? And I can understand that.
Unicorn Cassie says, do you know who Dory is? I have her brain.
Dory, yeah. Yep. I know Dory. Great cartoon. But the thing I really liked about that movie is that Dory did much better when she had people around who were cared for her, right? It really made a huge difference, right? And I think that's 100%
Unicorn
true.
Cassie says, I forget all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, I have trouble with like, oh, at 2 o'clock, remind me of this. You know, it's like, okay, I'll try. You know, it's just best if I, like, you know, if you have Google or Alexa or something, you just say, you know, hey, remind me of at this time of this thing. And that seems to work a little better, right? That's that world. How are we doing in time? I've been streaming for 2 hours already. It's like, almost 10 o'clock here. Okay.
Unicorn Cassie says, sometimes I call myself Dory.
And that's not a bad thing. Dory is cute. I like Dory. I like fish. I used to have an aquarium. I just don't have room for one right now.
Unicorn Cassie says I almost just dropped my phone. Oops.
This world is kind of interesting. I've used it a couple times in some videos long ago. Let me Up and over there.
Unicorn Cassie says I guess I should go to bed.
Yeah, it's getting close to that time, especially if you're not on the West Coast. If you're on the East Coast, it's really late. Yeah, this world, it's nice and well lit. I like that about it. It has a collection of some cool cars in it.
Unicorn Cassie says it's 10:57.
Okay, so you 10:57, 11 o'clock. So you're mountain time. So you're probably, you could be in Montana. You could be in Utah.
Unicorn Cassie says ass.
Yep, Arizona. Yep. Yeah, and the interesting thing is Arizona does not use daylight savings time. So during the spring, summer, fall, Arizona is the same time as Washington State. But during the winter months, Arizona's ahead an hour from Washington State. Yeah, so this world has all these cars. The car bar. I mean, it's a fairly simple world. They do have, like, you know, these tables with drinks. You used to be able to pick them up. I did some. What am I?
Unicorn Cassie says okay, should really go to bed night.
You can sit. Okay. You have a good night, Unicorn. You can sit on these chairs. So you just click on them and you're sitting at the chair.
Unicorn Cassie says good night.
Good night. And yeah, I recorded something here in this world. I don't remember what it was. What's this? Oh, it's a mirror. Yeah, so you can turn on the mirror. Yep, there's the mirror. So you can be here with the tables and the cars. And of course, I can do this with the stream camera too, but you know, sometimes the mirror is kind of nice. Convenient. Yeah. How we doing? Got the clapper went to bed. Well, I like these drive-by commenters. They say, "Hi, cool bird, bye." That was on Twitch that happened. They were here and then they're gone. Yeah, so oh, what? It's funny. So I'm in a live agency for TikTok, but now I'm seeing ads for stuff. Join our TikTok live agency and get exclusive benefits. This is a Tickfinity ad. Adam Mick agency. Yeah, I don't know. I'm already in the Food Talk agency. I think that's what it's called, Food Talk. You know, whatever food. They do a lot of chef cooking kind of things, but you know, they let us riff-raff gamers in. I kind of feel like sometimes, you know. Yeah. No, there's no colliders of the cars. So car bar. So how we doing? People still awake out there? They keep going or hang it up? What else we got? Porch house, yeah. Some stuff I haven't visited in a while. We have the Fallout worlds, those are kind of neat. Cyberpunk stuff is kind of neat. Oh yeah, so this world is just kind of trippy. So I had a Commodore 64 when I was young. There's this world called Commodore 64. And it's a giant desk with a Commodore 64 on it. Just like the one I had. Fortunately, you can jump high in this world because you have to jump high to get up to it. But see, there's this desk, and there's some games. Oh, games. So see this box here. I had a box. Oh my god! I mean, I had a box that was just like this with the clear gray top and everything that I put my floppies in. Epic's games. I mean, look at this. I don't know if King of Combos is all still on, but and you can grab the disc. Oh, Castle Wolfenstein. Oh my god. Master of Magic for Commodore 64. Princess of Persia. Look at the Commando. Oh my gosh, these were like some Portal. Was there a Portal game at that time? I don't know. Maybe it's something different. But Pool of Radiance, Maniac Mansion. Oh, so the floppy disk went up in the chair. What's this one? Oh, getting over here. Founder. In 86 thing. I don't know. But yeah, up here is the Commodore 64. That's exactly what it looked like. I had one of these things. I wrote a game on this. It was a Yahtzee game that dice rolled and everything. I don't think I ever got... Oh, can you actually put floppies in this thing? Oh, okay. Okay, I'm gonna have to... Wait. I haven't tried this before. No, get back here. You actually go in here? Somehow? I don't know. It has like an eject floppy thing. If it does do something, I haven't figured it out. Old controller. Oh, looks like the desk lamp from Pixar. Oh, there's more up here. Legacy of the Ancients. Electronic Arts. That was back when Electronic Arts was a cool game company. Epics. Racing Destruction. Some of these I don't recognize. That's another Maniac Mansion. Ghostbusters. Huh. Barbie. Karateka. Border Bun. Oh, Border Bun. Wow, that brings back memories. Border Bun made some compilers too, if I remember right. Barge Tale, Thief of Fate, Venture Construction Set, Ninja. Wow. Impossible Mission. Not to be confused with Mission Impossible. Zork! Oh my god, they got Zork here. Oh, I loved Zork. Wow. Zork was great. Alright. I think everybody went to sleep on me. I think everyone went to sleep on me. Yeah. I think people went to sleep on me. Alright, well, I've been on for over 2 hours. Guess I'll end the stream here. Getting late for everybody. Gotta find the stuff. Okay, so we'll stop the music. Close that. Close that. Then so good night, everyone.